So it finally happened. The big one, the tsunami hit, the supervolcano erupted, the comet made contact with the Earth. There was a coronal mass ejection, nuclear war, an electromagnetic pulse. The stock market crashed. An independent was finally elected as president. A pandemic broke out, a real one this time. I don't know what the catastrophe was, but it finally happened, and you weren't prepared. And now you're wandering around through the wasteland looking for bits and pieces, scraps of food, that handful of dry beans at the bottom of somebody's pantry, that wrinkled old potato kicked up underneath the bin at the supermarket where everything else has already been picked over, and you're looking at this tiny little scrap and wondering, should I eat this right here on the spot, or can I plant that?
Well, hello there, people. Hi. In today's episode of Can I Plant That? I found myself in a dollar store in a depressed area of town where the windows had been broken in, the store was half burned, it had been thoroughly looted, and most of the shelves had been kicked over. But underneath one of those shelves, I found this bag. A bag of lentils. I have no idea how old they are, but I do know that lentils, unlike split peas, are a whole legume. The entire seed is there. So, we're going to find out. Can I plant that? Alright, stay moist. I've mentioned this a few times, but I'll keep on saying it. Putting down mulch does not stop all of your weeds. You're still going to have some, especially stuff like this Bermuda grass. It's really hard to get rid of, but it does help reduce the amount of weeding that you ultimately wind up having to do, and that's always welcome. Ooh, there's a little bit of vetch growing on the side there. I'm going to leave it. Let's get this Bermuda grass pulled up. Just going to make sure we got most of our mulch pulled back away from our planting area. This was 6 inches last year, and it's now down to about maybe 2 to 3 inches now. That's a considerable amount of decomposition in just 1 year. Of course, the contractor's paper that I rolled out is all gone now. And the soil underneath here is nice and loose and fluffy. And there was another couple of earthworms. One there. Like, okay, yeah. It's very nice, good quality soil under here. So, great improvement from last year just by rolling out contractor's paper and putting down 6 inches of this arborist wood chip mulch over everything. Okay, now that I've got my rows marked out, we're going to go ahead and break ground with a specialized farming tool right here. Pickaxe, great for cutting a narrow furrow. So just put the point down there and just drag it right along where we've got our line. I'm just going to disturb the soil. I'm just going to go ahead and do all 4 of them right here. So for lentils, you want at least a 40-degree soil temperature, just like peas, like early spring peas. 40 degrees is the minimum soil temperature that you're going to start planting at. At that rate, you're going to lose about, probably 60 to 70% of the seeds that you plant. So you overseed if you're starting at 40 degrees. But if you want to get a jump on the season, you can. Direct sow at 40 with most leguminous vegetables, yes. Most leguminous vegetables, you can overseed early in the season and get a harvest that way. But past 68 degrees is ideal, and I'm just going to go ahead and drop these pretty thickly. We can always thin them down, because 1 cup of lentils has about 450 calories and about 44 grams of protein. They are a great food. All right, for those that don't know how the show Can I Plant That operates, I like to go and review the things that we've done in the previous weeks and show you the progress that we've made with things that we've experimented with. And although this is only episode 2, I think, we do have some things that we did pre-season, and of course we did some things in episode 1. I want to show you the progress on those. We'll start out with the very first bit of pre-season work, which is that little patch of garlic back behind me there. We started out with, I believe it was somewhere around 80 cloves out of a couple of packages of garlic from the grocery store. And we're at about 56 to 60 plants that are there. And for most of the things, we're going to be needing to cut the garlic scapes off before they start sending up the garlic flowers, so that we can have a big bulb. I'll show you that a little bit later on in the season. We're not quite ready yet. All right, what else do we have? Well, another thing that's pre-season is sweet potatoes. And we have this dish pan here, $1 at the dollar store. Or if you're, going through the half burned out and looted dollar store, you just pick them up. Anyway, this potato right here, this sweet potato that we're looking at, is a grocery store sweet potato. And if you go back and follow the links, or follow the playlist even, for Can I Plant That, you're going to find how we got these sweet potato slips started off of store-bought sweet potato right there. Okay, so now in regular season episode 1, you saw me take some turmeric root and put it into this tub right here with the humidity dome on top of it, moistened peat moss that we buried the turmeric root in. Let me back up so you can see my face. We buried the turmeric root in this 10 by 20 tray full of moistened peat moss, put the humidity dome on it, and we've had it sitting at about 75 degrees for about a week or two. Let's take a look inside. Okay, so here we go. We're looking down at the 1020 tray, and you see a little spot of green right here. Here's another one right there poking through, and more here and there. But let's go ahead and take a look at this green spot here, because this is one that's just still nice and moist in there. This is turmeric root. All right, so there we are up close. Turmeric root, showing the shoots and the roots starting to develop after about 2 weeks. Nice moist soil, not wet, just moist, and 75 degrees indoor. All right, there we go. Now we've got 2 little short rows of lentils planted, sort of in between the corn and the onions and the daylilies here. Of course, I'm going to start planting some more stuff over this way here in the next couple of weeks. But that's all I've got for you today, good people. If you found this video informative or entertaining, well, you know what to do. I will catch you, dirty fingers, next time. I found a ladybug, and I've brought her over here. I'm going to let her go to work down here, because we're going to have some aphids here pretty soon. Ordinarily, I wait a week or two before I come back and show you the progress for a Can I Plant That experiment. But as it just happens, it's been a couple of weeks since I planted the lentils. And it's time for me to go ahead and thin them. I'm going to pan the camera down now so you can see what's going on here at my feet. And, all right, just so you know, guys, right now you're standing in a patch of daylilies. Those are selling at the website whenever we get them up on the website for $4.99 for a pack of 6. So watch your step, please. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. So we've got our our lentils over here, and we need to thin them out to about 5 inches. The width of my palm is about 4.5 inches. So if I put my palm down here, everything my palm covers, that's got to go. Pick those out. Same thing here. Everything my palm covers has got to go. Go ahead and thin the rest of these out a bit. And you just want to thin these down so you have 1 plant every 5 inches or so. 1 plant for 5 inches. And once again, lots of fresh greens. I'm just going to eat those right here on the spot.